Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of I Love Dubuque. I'm Kevin Lynch.
And I'm Molly Grover.
And we have got a fantastic show lined up for you today. We are out at the Dubuque Regional Airport and American Eagle Airlines. And Molly, tell them what we're going to do today.
Well, as you can see by our baggage, that we're going to take a little trip. Now, those of you that know me might know that flying isn't necessarily my favorite thing to do. That is a slight understatement. The folks here at Dubuque Regional Airport and American Eagle of Dubuque make it nothing short of just absolutely a wonderful experience. So we're going to go behind the scenes today and get a look that not many people get to see about the workings of the Dubuque Regional Airport and why you should fly Dubuque first.
That's right, it's going to be a great show, so stick with us on
I Love Dubuque.
Hi there. Molly and I decided that there was no better way to find out about the Dubuque Regional Airport than to talk with the man at the top, and that's why we're sitting here with Airport Manager Bob Grierson. Bob, thanks for having us out today.
I'm glad to have you here.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Molly.
How are
Always
you?
a pleasure. I'm good. How about yourself?
Wonderful, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming.
Well, we're at the Dubuque Regional Airport, and we have this lovely little sign right in front of us, Fly Dubuque First. New campaign that's just come out. Can you tell us about that?
Certainly. Our focus is most people have the ability to go to other airports. And what we'd like them to do is to take a look at Dubuque first. Before they book tickets out of any of the outlying airports, they should look at what we can offer in terms of speed, reliability, and cost.
So, Bob, I know you've been out here as the airport manager for a few years now. Tell us about some of the things that you've seen change during your tenure here.
Well, let's see. We've implemented our airport master plan, which is calling for a new terminal facility, and we're looking at runway projects and other things like that. That's the biggest project. Otherwise, working with the air carriers is always an interesting experience as they go in and out of bankruptcies and mergers and other such things. But it's been it's a great place to work with the carriers because we do have such a good, dedicated group of people here at the Dubuque Regional Airport to make this place a success.
Well, keeping with that thought, this is an airport, so let's talk about air service. Talk about flights and what sort of services that you offer here at the Dubuque Regional Airport.
Well, the way I like to approach our air service is that we have the #2 carrier in the country servicing the Dubuque Regional Airport. You can go one stop anywhere in the world, and that's a point I like to drive home. Some people say, well, you can only get to Chicago O'Hare. No, you can get anywhere in the world one stop. You can go to China, Japan, Europe, one stop from Dubuque, which is pretty good. No matter where you're going to fly, you're going to end up connecting. So why not do it out of Dubuque? And it's regional jet service. It takes you about 30 minutes to get to Chicago O'Hare, and you can connect on any of the flights with American or any other code share partners. And that's what we like to focus on here.
Yeah. Obviously, when people go to travel and fly Dubuque, one of the first things they look at is the airfares. Tell us, if you could, and kind of set the record straight on how the airfares work and what's going on with that.
Airfares are, this is kind of the Ouija board of the industry. To be right up front with you, the airlines change their fares 3 times a day. And sometimes you'd say there's no rhyme or reason to it. And I've seen airfares that are cheaper as you get closer to the time of departure or cheaper as you buy it farther out. What we tell people is that usually buy your tickets 21 days in advance. If you're going with your family, you may consider doing it through a travel agent. But if it's just you, a coworker, or just 2 people, or by yourself, do it online with the air carrier. And that is, you'll probably get the cheapest rates there.
Bob, that's really great information for our viewers. And I remember talking to you just the other day, and you were talking about there's something for consumers that are inquiring about fares that they can email the airport. Can you share with our viewers how to communicate with the airport to find out about adjusting fares?
There are a number of ways to contact us. We have a website. In fact, we're in the process of getting a new website up. But if you have a problem with airfares, if let's say you pull up Dubuque and we're several $100s off compared to flying out of another airport, we need to know that before you buy your ticket. And oftentimes we can intercede on your behalf with America and say there's a fare disparity. Can you fix it? Sometimes they can. Sometimes they can't. But they want to see a disparity of about $100 before they'll start getting into it. But you can find our information on our website. You can contact us directly by telephone. We're in the yellow pages. You can come on out and talk to us. But we do recommend you contact us, the airport, and we'll work directly with American on your behalf.
What can you tell us about your big plans for the future?
Well, we've outgrown our terminal building. That's number one. The one we have was built in 1947. Another one was built next to it in 1969. They were merged together in the 1980s, and it's just too small. And that's even for our current traffic levels. And we are focused on building a new terminal facility. To give you an idea, our current footprint is about 11,000 square feet. And the FAA told us we need to have about 25 to 35,000 square feet to accommodate our current level of traffic. So that's what all those drawings are right now, and it should give you a bit more area as you go through the baggage claim or go through ticketing and other things. So it's definitely going to be a wonderful new facility for the community.
We are really excited to see the new terminal come to fruition. Air service is a chamber strategic priority, and having a terminal like that is yet another reason why it's great to fly Dubuque first. The name of the show is I Love Dubuque, and we always ask everyone that we meet with and talk with, what do they love about Dubuque?
What do I love about Dubuque? Well, you have to remember I grew up in the western suburbs of Chicago, and I've lived for the last 12 years in California, where you haven't been able to get a decent pizza, haven't been able to get decent beer. The concept of a tavern on a corner is non-existent, and they never have the Cubs on television. Being back here has been really good.
That's a first. That's a first.
He wins the award for the most unique answer. Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you for spending time with us today at the airport. We're having a great time. Everyone's taking such great care of us. We want everyone to remember to fly Dubuque. It's competitive, it's convenient, it's carefree. Parking is fantastic. The customer service can't be beat. So fly Dubuque first.
Well, one other thing before you go. Don't forget to stop off and have a cheeseburger over at a restaurant. The food is great and it's very reasonably priced.
You've heard that I like the burgers here at the cafe. Yes, I do. Thanks, Bob.
No problem. Thank you for coming. I love Dubuque.
Mystique Casino is proud to be a part of Dubuque's dynamic character, making it the weekend getaway destination. We are proud to be a catalyst of this community, having donated over $32 million to local charity and over $123 million to the city of Dubuque to foster positive change in this magnificent city. We at Mystique invite you to join us for a first-class gaming experience and to rediscover Dubuque this weekend.
The quality of life in Dubuque is second to none, making Findlay Hospital proud to be a member of the Dubuque Area Chamber of Commerce. Together, we work to serve and nurture the tri-state area. By providing compassionate, quality patient care with advanced technology, we can improve the health and wellness of our community. Findlay Hospital and the Dubuque Chamber of Commerce, together we are making a difference.
Findlay Hospital and the Dubuque Chamber of Commerce invite you to learn more about the tri-state area at DubuqueChamber.com.
I love Dubuque. Well, You were our Small Business of the Year a couple years ago. American Eagle is synonymous with great customer service, and you also won a really prestigious award here lately. Can you tell us about that?
Yep. Yes. We received the award for Station of the Year for our region. It was fantastic. It was based on our delays, and these are controllable delays.
On not having delays.
Yeah, we did not have delays. Yeah, we don't want delays. Yeah. But and the controllable delays are ones that we do as we have actually the agents and the operation has control over. So it would be weather, but anything from equipment not working to trying to get a passenger on at the last minute. But we did not. We were within our goals and met all our goals for the year. The other part of that is our baggage performance. We had basically a clean slate, and it's very simple here in Dubuque to make sure we get our bags on the aircraft. But and also that we take accurate claims when when a bag comes in that's been misplaced and is delayed. So that was fantastic. It was based on our productivity and our headcount, which means that we're operating here with a staff that's working very hard. And we're not standing around doing nothing, so that's a good thing right now. So that was fantastic. So it was a great honor, and we were up against some tough competition. So
Bob, for someone who's never flown out of the Dubuque Regional Airport before, tell us about some of the amenities and some of the conveniences that they would experience flying an American.
Okay, one thing is no lines. If we have 3 people in line, everybody's in a panic out here. So we don't have lines. We have in the kickoffs, we have during the wintertime 5 agents working, which means we have 3 at the counter checking people in, and then two will be de-icing part of that time, and then part of the time they're checking in. So in summer we go to 4 agents because we don't have the one de-icing anymore. So that's nice. Another thing is that we do here, and it's a good thing, and it's if we can and if we have time, if you go through security early and say TSA finds a liquid in your bag, that's going to be a cabin bag that we're going to put on the cabin with you, and it's oversized. We will basically take it from the passenger, clear it through TSA, and put it in a checked bag for you, so you don't have to throw it away.
Bob, all the things that you mentioned are really things that make our airport and American Eagle special. Those little touches, going the extra mile. I'm sure you have so many stories. If you fly Dubuque and you fly American Eagle, you get a live person when you talk to them as well. I'm sure it's all kinds of stories. Do you have a favorite story, a particular instance where, it was just Murphy's Law applied and everything that could have possibly gone wrong did, and how that turned out?
Sure. I've got one funny story that I still laugh to this day. We had a guy come in, and I think he'd been out partying the night before. And he was younger. He was probably, in his mid-20s. And his friends had taken black ink and put glasses on his, on his head. He had a goatee, a mustache. And he walked in, and of course the agents saw it. And they were all like, don't say anything, don't say anything, let him go. And Christy, my lead agent, says, I cannot do that. So she told him, and he went down to the bathroom. He came out of the bathroom laughing as hard as he could. He would have got on that plane, went to Chicago looking like that. But that's just one of the funny things that happens here. Probably one of the, where I've seen the agents go beyond the call of duty, it was a real icy time here. We'd get the ramp clean, and then more ice would come. We'd get the runways clean, more ice would come, and we canceled, and we had a young man who was going on vacation. He was kind of in the start of his career. It was his first vacation as a working adult, and he had already missed 2 days of his vacation, and had no way of getting to another airport. And one of my agents, Tammy, drove him down to Moline in her car and got him to Moline because Moline was open. We could get him out, and he was very thankful. His mom called us here from where he was actually going home for his vacation. She called us here and thanked us also that we could get him home, because it was going to probably be another day that we could not get him out. So that was one of those where Tammy went beyond the call of duty, but I think the agents here have a lot of empathy, and they put themselves in our passenger shoes to know what they're going through, and can help them and want to help them. It's very sincere. It's very genuine. We don't get any compensation. We get nothing. We just get that good feeling of helping someone else out.
Bob, would you mind telling the viewers why you love Dubuque?
Sure. I love Dubuque because of the people here. It's a great group of people. We have our regular flyers and our flyers that fly maybe once a month, and our vacation travelers, and they walk in the door. They're kind. They're happy to see us. We're happy to see them. We have a great partnership with them, and it's a great place to be. It's a great place to work. A great place to raise children. We have fantastic schools. I think it's probably one of the best places. Or let me rephrase it. I think it's probably the best place that we can be.
Great. Wonderful.
So,
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
all right.
The Dubuque Area Chamber plays a significant role in promoting and attracting tourism to our area, an area on the cutting edge of business, rich with history and natural beauty. Now easily accessible via 4-lane highways, Dubuque is the perfect place to work or play. We're just a short drive away.
The Dubuque Chamber of Commerce and the Telegraph-Herald invite you to experience Dubuque soon. Log on to DubuqueChamber.com for more information.
The Dubuque Area Chamber of Commerce showcases Dubuque as the region's premier destination. 1,200 members representing over 46,000 jobs, we do together what we cannot do alone. From workforce programs to business services and development, marketing strategies to ongoing advocacy efforts in tourism, the Dubuque Area Chamber of Commerce understands a strong business community creates a better Dubuque. Over 62,000 residents and 1.6 million visitors a year agree Dubuque is the ideal place to live, work, play, and do business.
Okay, Molly and I are sitting here in the terminal at Dubuque Regional Airport, and we ran into an old friend of I Love Dubuque, Amy Monnernock. Amy, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hi, Amy. Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Well, funny we should meet you here because Prudential is a chamber member located right on Main Street. Just celebrated a big anniversary, by the way, too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Prudential really counts on air service. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of having this airport and having American Eagle here in Dubuque to Prudential?
Sure. As a firm that serves customers all over the nation, we continually are in the air visiting our customers, going to the home office, connecting to our other sites. So it's really just key important that we have the air service for long-term sustainability and connectivity throughout the U.S.
What would you say to other people that are looking at airports within the region, why they should fly Dubuque first? That's kind of their new campaign, Fly Dubuque First. We know that there's other options in the area, but we really want to make sure people that use our airport, because it's use it or lose it. So as someone that flies frequently, can you tell people why they need to fly Dubuque first?
The couple reasons that I mentioned, because normally people want to know first kind of what's in it for me. It's the convenience, it's the staff that will get you where you need to be. But really too, I think as we think about Dubuque and being really just a thriving community, it's so important to have air service to bring other business into the community and really have connectivity across the nation.
So Prudential has to have a lot of people flying. That's got to be a huge economic impact, not only on your company, but it's a huge economic impact for the community too.
Definitely. I would say that when you look at our budgets and dollars advocated, there is a large percentage that is really allocated for travel. So again, it's very important for the community to keep jobs in the community, to really have people use the local airport.
Well, I would think that, and not to put words in your mouth, with the anniversary that you just celebrated, if we didn't have air service, the likelihood of that investment and the growth of Prudential here in our community might not have happened to that level. Can you talk about the anniversary you just celebrated?
Sure, I'd love to. Last week we actually celebrated Prudential 20 years in Dubuque. We actually have 20 associates that have been with us for 20 years. And actually, just really quickly, we started with 18 people and now have over 500. But Molly, to your point, that growth would not have been possible without that connectivity. So it is a key part of keeping businesses thriving in the community.
We close every segment with the namesake of our show. Can you share with us what you love about Dubuque?
Sure, I'd love to share what I love about Dubuque. I'd really have to say it's the people, it's the community. When you look at our business, as you'll note, we have the Prudential sign behind us. That's really our culture. It's about the people, it's about what they do in the office and outside of the office. And I think that just resonates throughout the Dubuque community, the family atmosphere, and really just people working together for a better community.
Yes, thank you, Amy, very much for spending time with us.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
I love Dubuque.
I love Dubuque.
Todd, I've been amazed at what we've seen out here today. Everything seems to work so smoothly. Everyone works well together, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, American Eagle and the airport are separate entities.
Yes.
And but they work so closely together, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct, Kevin. American Eagle is actually a tenant of the airport. The airport leases out spaces, and American being one of those tenants. And you're right, we work very well together, and to make all this happen the way it does, everything to run smooth, it's good to have a good working relationship with all of our tenants on the airfield, not just American Eagle, but also with the aircraft maintenance, the Dubuque Jet Center that does the general aviation, University of Dubuque Flight School. We all work really well together here.
Todd, can you talk to us about how you got into flight air service, how you got interested in it?
Sure.
How was your career?
I am a Dubuquer. I did go away to college for a couple of years trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I came back to the University of Dubuque because I've always loved aviation. I graduated from the University of Dubuque with a flight and management degree. Started working at the Dubuque airport as a line service worker, pumping gas, parking planes, hangering, that kind of thing, and flew corporate on the side. Kind of came to that fork in the road. Another opportunity opened up at the airport, and I took that position and never really letting go of the flight aspect, but 15, 16 years later, opportunities just kept presenting themselves, and I've stayed in the management side of things, but still love to fly, as I know you do, Molly.
Yes. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Now, that award that you talked about, I know a lot of that you're directly responsible for because of your excellent supervision. But tell me, what are some of the challenges that you face? I mean, with our geographic location, I mean, there's got to be some hurdles that you have to overcome to keep that safety record going, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, we are not a large airport. We don't have a ton of staff, and anything about the federal government, there's a lot of paperwork, and we have our operations folks do a fantastic job keeping up with the most latest revisions, updating the manuals in a timely manner, getting all that stuff. They have to get all the approved stuff back, disseminating that to all the people that we have, to our tenants, our other city departments. And then just in a day-to-day operation, we have snow removal operations, we have grass cutting, we have pavement repairs, painting, sign panels. The list goes on and on and on, but I'm just blessed to have such a wonderful staff that works out here, and we all work together as a team. We don't really look at it so much as boss and supervisors. You know, we wear a lot of hats out here, and we all work together to get the job done safely.
Todd, what is the favorite part of your job?
Favorite part of my job would be that I don't have to be stuck in a cubicle all day. I do like to get out and be outside and inside. You know, I don't, not just one or the other, but my job, I get to get out and mingle and work with our tenants, as well as the patrons that fly in and out of the airport. I get to, when we have a big snowstorm, I might maybe in a plow truck one day. I may be working on an FAA grant the next day. You name it, we do it out here. We are small staff, as I said, and wear a lot of hats, and it's a good job to have. I love coming to work, really do.
That's awesome.
What kind of advice would you give to a young person that might be interested in the same line of work that you're in?
That's a good question. The University of Dubuque does offer a wonderful aviation program, and when a lot of people think the University of Dubuque, they think strictly flying, but they also have a aviation management program. If you're maybe not so interested in the flying portion but would like to work at an airport. It's a 4-year program, and it's just a wonderful program to get started. Another piece of advice is if you think you like aviation or are interested, apply for like a part-time job out here. There's line service jobs where they're pumping fuel and hangering, a lot of training involved, you know, obviously before they would let them go. Or like somebody at American Eagle that works behind the counter throwing bags. That's a wonderful part-time job, especially if you just want to get the experience of the airport.
Now, Todd, correct me if I'm wrong. I might get the statistic wrong, but I have heard that the Dubuque Regional Airport is the busiest airport in Iowa because of takeoffs and landings as a result of University of Dubuque. Do I have that right?
It's pretty close. We are, technically, we're the third busiest airport as far as operations go. And an operation, as definition, is an arrival or a takeoff of an airplane. That could be any size airplane. Okay. If you think of the commercial service, that's kind of a small part of what the airport does. It's probably the most visible, but 95% or plus is actually the general aviation side. That's the University of Dubuque, flight school here, our general aviation tenants, our business and corporate flyers that come in and out, all 24 hours, because we're a 24-hour airport. But yeah, we're the third busiest in Iowa, but sometimes we're the second. It depends on the month, but it would be Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque. And a distant fourth would be Waterloo, then like the Mason City, Fort Dodge, and the other 100 GA airports across Iowa. But yeah, we're quite busy, as you've probably seen today, trying to shoot video. A lot of noise with airplanes, but that's good noise. We love it.
So Todd, tell us what you love about Dubuque.
That is an easy question to answer. I love the people. Always have. Even when I travel and I talk to different airports about their experience, I find it strange to hear how they don't understand how closely we work with the airlines or how closely we work with other city departments like fire and police, law enforcement, even with our businesses, how everybody comes together to make anything work. I mean, the airport's a perfect example, but even other smaller projects within the community, the people are everything. They're great, they're fun, it makes it fun to come to work, and just love the folks at Dubuque.
That is a common answer. We do have the best people in the world right here in Dubuque. Absolutely. Well, we have had a great day today out here at the Dubuque Regional Airport. We've met a lot of great people. We've had a good time. What was your favorite thing about today?
I think it was probably watching you go on the airplane.
Of course, that would be your favorite thing. The important thing we want our local audience and viewers across the state to know is to take advantage of your local airport and fly Dubuque first. It's competitive, it is convenient, it is carefree, you get first-rate customer service, they always go the extra mile, there's no lines, there's no waiting, great parking, the list goes on and on. If you want more information, go to www.flydbq.com. And that's all for now until next time on
I Love Dubuque.
My vision for the future has enabled me to grow and build a business that I am proud of. The welcoming business climate that the Dubuque Chamber fosters was instrumental in my decision to move my family to engage in a business here 2 years ago. A business that has grown as dynamically as Dubuque. I am happy to call Dubuque home, a prosperous, growing community that understands just how important it is to buy locally. Cruise Worth and Dubuque Auto Plaza and the Dubuque Chamber of Commerce invite you to experience Dubuque soon.
Dubuque is proud of our workforce. Steady business growth means increasing opportunities for career development in a variety of fields.
as more companies make their home in Dubuque. American Trust and Savings Bank is pleased to sponsor College Internship Awards to keep our best and brightest here in Dubuque. Great workforce opportunities in a great community make Dubuque a great place to call home.
American Trust and the Dubuque Chamber invite you to experience Dubuque soon.